In New Haven, one of those two poor cities, you have in the middle of this poverty-stricken city the third or fourth richest university in the world, Yale University. Sitting there, for those of you who've never visited New Haven, be my guest. I lived there for 35 years. I went to school at Yale, I taught at Yale, I got married, I had children, I stayed in New Haven. I don't live there now, but I live longer there than anywhere else in my life. I know the city inside and out. The richest university in one of the poorest cities in the United States, and the governor of the richest state in the Union can't find the money to keep open at a decent price the state university attended by the people who aren't rich. Because if you are rich, you go to Yale or something like that. It is an amazing state of contrasts, emblematic of the United States. Last part of the story, because you're going to like this. Yale is not only the richest entity in the state of Connecticut, with assets in the many billions of dollars, but because it is a private university, get ready now, here we go, it is not required by American law to pay taxes. So on the billions of dollars of stocks it owns, it earns dividends. The tax bill on the dividends from the federal government is nothing. They own 200 buildings in New Haven. Yale is spread out in the city of New Haven. 200 buildings. The land and the buildings would, if they were owned by anybody else, be taxable, raising money for the city of New Haven. But because it's Yale, they don't pay any property taxes, like everybody else, to the city of New Haven. The city of New Haven is a poverty-stricken city hosting a university. The citizens of this poor place pay high taxes. Why? So someone has to make up for the fact that Yale doesn't. When Yale has a fire alarm because its students smell smoke, the city sends fire trucks. Yale doesn't have its own fire trucks. So the city sends the fire truck. Who pays for the firemen and women and the trucks? And the citizens do. The citizens do. The air that is cleaned so that the students don't get emphysema is paid for by the citizens. Ready now? New Haven, the seventh poorest city in America, subsidizes by its taxes the delivery of free public services to the third richest university on this planet. That's called, this is a technical term, Robin Hood in reverse. It's called stealing from the poor and giving to the rich so that they can get richer quicker than if they had to pay. You can't make this stuff up. You live in this. It's replicated everywhere. What I just told you about Yale applies to Columbia, applies to NYU, and it applies to the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, and to Harvard in Boston and Cambridge, and Brown in Providence, and on and on and on. It is the most amazing redistribution of wealth one could look for. Only it's not in the direction that conservatives worry about. That's why they don't worry about this. This is a redistribution they can and do endorse, from the poor in the middle to those at the top.